Hi everyone, I'm Isaac, and today I'm here with Leez, who is one of the 8 finalists in Belgium's Eurosong 2025. So, hi Leez, how are you doing today? And are you looking forward to Eurosong?
I'm doing very, very fine. We just did like the pre-recordings for our introduction broadcast, not broadcast, but introduction show.
Yeah.
So that was already I was quite nervous because it was the first time that people heard my song. They haven't heard it before. It's not released yet, so it was only for the people in the studio who were there. And it gave me a lot of energy to even do better on the 1st of February, where Belgium needs to choose who they want to send to Switzerland. So, yeah, looking forward to it very much. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, you do actually have previous experience on televised music competitions. You were on The Voice of Flanders in 2016. How do you think that's helped prepare you for this experience with Eurosong and potentially with Eurovision?
Yeah, yeah. I think like I had another experience when I was 12 and I was one of the contestants in the Euro Song Contest 2005 for kids.
Yeah.
And I think that shaped me the most because we were still little and there were a lot of cameras around us the whole day. It was like a whole TV show for half of a year that was aired on national TV. And so I kind of got used to the cameras, which for me make it way more easy because I'm very relaxed and confident when they're around me and I'm not stressed. So I do think that that's an extra layer of stress relief for me. So, but still, when you look at the Voice of Flanders, then you are participating as just Lisa. I'm a
Yeah.
girl. Hi, you don't know me, and I want to sing and I want to have a career one day. And right now, you're competing as an artist, and I think it adds a little bit more pressure because you need to stand there. It's not that you can still, yeah, of course you can still evolve, but you need to be there already, you need to know what you want to do. And with your own music, that's also a way different than the Voice of Flanders, yeah.
Yeah. So speaking about the Euro Kids that you were in 20 years ago now, since you did that, have you always wanted to participate in the adult version of Eurovision? Has this always been a dream of yours?
Well, actually it was, and that's why I waited until 2025, because then it would be like exactly 20 years later. And then we didn't win because I was a duo together with Sarah. And now it's like I still want that full circle moment and feel what it would be like to represent Belgium on the Eurovision. Yeah.
Okay, great. And I know that you're a fan of Loreen. Do you have any other Eurovision songs or artists that you are a big supporter of?
Well, I cannot pronounce his name, but he won with the song Heroes. It starts as yeah, it's
Mons.
a yeah,
Mons,
yeah.
yeah.
I find it very difficult to pronounce it, but I liked him very much, and I'm also singing that song at a certain point, um, because it's like it's a happy song when you hear it, but when you really listen to the lyrics, you notice that it's about, I think, someone's being bullied and like a father giving good advice, like even though you have the scars, you need to keep going, and I do really appreciate and respect that artist as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know Mons is potentially coming back this year in Sweden.
Is
So
he?
yeah, so you could be competing against him. Who knows?
That would be really cool. And then, of course, when I think of Eurovision, I also think of Nicole and Hugo. I don't know whether they were from way, way, way
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
like the first ones to dance on stage. And I also did theater together with them when Nicole was still alive. Unfortunately, she died a few years ago. And they are like kind of my grandparents in the music industry here in Belgium. And they are such lovely people. So I have a huge respect for them as well.
Okay, great. Now, in terms of your music that you've made before, I wanted to ask you, like your recent song "Toxic Lullaby," that was
Mm.
nominated for Sommer Hit 2024, and
Yeah.
there were also a few other Eurovision alumni there, Laura Tessero, Gustav. So what was that experience like?
Well, for me, I've been there before with my brother because he's like a famous singer here in Belgium.
Yeah.
So I've experienced being on stage there already, but then as his backing vocal and his musician. So yeah, and I do already know them quite a bit. Like Laura, I've seen her before, and Gustav as well.
Oh, cool.
So for me, it was quite comfortable because for me, they're just normal people, who like to do what I like to do as well.
Yeah.
So, but I did have a chat with Gustav. We needed to do a gig together, and we went for dinner. And I already asked him, like, what's it like? What's the pressure like when you're actually on Eurovision? And I even asked him, like, would you even consider if perhaps I would win Eurosong to join me to Switzerland just because you have so much experience and that you can kind of support me and say, like, Lisa, this is where you really need to go and this is where you need to step back a little. And he said, like, yeah, if you want to, I would definitely do that. So very supportive,
Oh,
Gustav. Yeah.
nice. Oh, that's great. Now, to people who haven't heard your music, how would you describe the kind of music that you're interested in? Any sort of influences, the genre, that sort of thing?
Yeah, like the music that I make is pure pop music, like very contemporary pop music. But when I think of my vocals and my voice, it sounds way more soulish, which is very difficult to bring right now in the current music industry, soul, pure soul music. But I do like to incorporate that in my vocal line. So it's a very poppy song, but I do like to put in some soul in there because I really like it when, for me, singing is not as not to be perfect or really perfectly pitched, but the emotion and like the feeling that you want to present to the people and to the public is way more important. Like you can touch someone with an imperfect note, but still have your soul in there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, great. And can you give us any hints at all about what we might expect with your song, maybe the staging, anything like that at all?
You've already mentioned that I'm a huge fan of Loreen, and
Yeah.
maybe you can hear some influences on that because, like, I've sang Tattoo during my summer tour,
Mm.
and that music just fits me very well. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel if something is working for your voice. So it will be somehow in that direction. Staging wise, we're still working on it, but I have a very specific idea in mind, and I contacted a very specific choreographer who lives in Paris. And I contacted her to see if she wanted to work with me because she has a very distinct style of choreographing. It's just not dancing, but it's more acting dancing. It's really theatrical and expressive. And yeah, looking forward to see where that goes.
Okay, great. And my final question is, do you have a message for all of your new fans at ESCBubble?
Well, the message that I want to say is like always keep in mind that it's music, even though we're going to a contest, which is actually contradictory to music. Respect all the music that's given to you because it's a big present for the Eurovision Song Contest to hear all the new music from all countries and all the influences. So, yeah, enjoy all the music that we are giving to you, and that will bring us joy as well.
Fantastic. So Leez will be performing at Eurosong 2025 on the 1st of February. Best of luck and thank you very much for speaking with me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.